Hola Penguins, I'm back with a new series. So this is going to be a 4-part series in Bridgeport making over apartments. So today we're in the Clavier, I don't know. We're in his apartment anyway, and I'm going to be redesigning each apartment in a different style. So this is the beige aesthetic, and I've made a little cheesy intro for this mini series. Take it away, Ernie. Hope you like my little montage of apartment life. So I'm going to get straight into the makeover. So I'm going to put in testing cheats enabled true, and then we're going to do restrict build by in buildings off, because this will allow us to delete, add, just change up all the windows and give it that kind of penthouse apartment look, which I think is just like what this type of apartment should have. I mean, it overlooks the river and it just looks so much better than those pokey little windows. So I would really highly recommend you do that no matter what you're doing with these apartments. I know I'm like really behind the curve starting to do a build in this style when it's been around for like the past few years, probably since TikTok started, just because it was a kind of that girl aesthetic, wasn't it, when like, you know, it's promoting a put together lifestyle where someone's got like a routine, clean eating, tidy home, and you know that part just turned into everything was like white and beige and clean for a long time, and yeah, it was like having a house glow up. And I saw loads of pictures on like Pinterest, and a lot of people put in Sims 4 pictures in this aesthetic and stuff. So yeah, I thought I'd just give it a go on Sims like 3. I just thought it could work quite nicely in this apartment, and I'm using a lot of CC. So most of the CC I'm using is either from AroundtheSims3, it's from the Sims resource, but that's not very much is from the Sims resource, or it's from the MartasSimsBook, I think it was called, CC, which I'll link in the description for you. And I think the MartasSimsBook is where I got most of it from, because it's just really high quality and stuff. It looks just really nice with what we were going for here. So yeah, I think it just turned out really nice in the end. So I really was looking into sort of where this beige aesthetic came from, and I think it was like it really boomed thanks to HD TV from the most part. I don't know, you might have watched some of the shows on there anyway, like It or List It, and they had like so many home renovation shows, but I feel like it kind of just created an era of people having a really depersonalized house but just looked pretty. It just looked like it could go in a house catalogue, you know. It was meant to look like anyone could move in. It was move-in ready, so hence why it doesn't really have that much like, you know, different colours and stuff going on, because it doesn't matter what that person's favourite colour is or what sort of art style they like. If they're kind of designing a house based on what they think other people will buy, it's usually a more plain style. So I think but I think, you know, it does look really pretty. Like I say, it could be in a magazine or something. So I do totally get why people would want to do that. And you know, maybe it's like you get your house ready to sell and that's how it looks, and then when someone moves in, obviously it will look totally different. But in that like moment, you can just appreciate the sort of clarity and the space that you've got. So in this makeover, I really don't put a lot of clutter items in at all, because obviously the whole sort of tidiness of it was something I was going for. And I really did kind of go up and down with my decisions on some of the decor here, because at the time there was like a really big thing about like dried flowers, and you know, that was kind of seen as it goes with that aesthetic. But I actually went with something with a bit of greenery, even though it kind of doesn't go with it, because I was reading something about dried flowers, and as much as they look nice in the moment, it kind of, they're meant to give off dead energy, which I know it sounds weird, but I guess it's because that flower has effectively died on, well, they've like, someone's like preserved it in its dead form, and yeah, it's not giving off life anymore, which I know a lot of people would say decorating a room you should include plants, because that obviously gives that freshness and life to it. And yeah, so if I felt like if I didn't put that in, then it just wouldn't have the right look that I was going for. When I was making over this apartment, I did realise like how much of a nice layout it was, and even though I kind of do like the sort of bunket seating that's in there, like a bar sort of style, which obviously was the new thing that came with late night, I just saw it as like this really kind of, I don't know, the sort of opulent seating area where, you know, you could actually look out over the city while you have your breakfast, and I just thought that would look nicer. So, you know, with those windows again, that just opens up the space so much more, and I really love that. So I really had to like play around with the rug size here, because in the end I went with this one, but typically I don't like using that much of a small rug, but I thought, you know what, it defines that little zone, doesn't it? So that's why I've gone with that in the end. And I'm using some custom patterns here that I think I got those from Tumblr, to be honest with you. It's really quite hard for me to remember them all, because currently in my game I don't actually have any CC, any mods. It's all gone basically since I reinstalled it. So I'm not saying it's gone forever, but I'm kind of enjoying just knowing that there isn't anything bad in my game, because lately my focus has been on making some save files in just various worlds, in various styles. I've been really enjoying it. I've been posting loads on Twitter about any like builds I've done, so if you want, just follow me on there. If you want to see any pictures, any updates, that's where you'll find them. So yeah, without having any mods and CC while I'm making them, I know that them save files are effectively clean, they're good, you know, you'll be able to use them, you won't have any problems, and you know, that's what I was just kind of concerned about, because I'm not saying like all mods and CC and stuff will bring you issues, because for a long time I had no issues at all, but I went through a phase of downloading so much stuff and so many mods that I think like a couple of them were conflicting, but I put so much in my game without like testing bits in, you know, little stages and stuff, that I would not have known which was the wrong thing and which was going wrong. So you may have just seen me then use a little search thing. That again was a mod. I think it was by Lazy Duchess. So that one is a search mod, just amazing. You know, when I do put mods in my game, that is going to be one of the first one that goes back in, because like the second you're looking for something and you like type in, or you know, I was looking for a pot, and you just have to go into the search bar, type in pot, and it will come up with anything with that in its description basically. So it just makes finding things like a million times faster. So yeah, I can highly recommend that one. So it definitely will be going back in eventually, but I just want to finish the save files, which I know is a crazy thing to say, because honestly I think people spend like maybe well over a year on one save file. I'm only like trying to make like 6 different ones at the same time, which is only because of my, I guess, like indecisive nature. Well, not even indecisive, just I just wake up in different moods, and sometimes I get like inspired by something random and I'm like, yeah, that's it, I'm committed now. Like the other day I saw like one thing that made me think, God, that's such a pretty style. It reminds me of like Studio Ghibli, and I was like, that's it, I'm making a whole world based on that. So yeah, at some point in the future you can expect some like video updates of those worlds, and you know, I really will love to see what you think of those. And I think, yeah, they're just all very different styles. It might not be for everyone, but you know, I've got one which is like more of a dark academia style, which I've been working on for a really long time, and that's in Dragon Valley. And I'm like even thinking of their new like storylines for the characters and stuff to go along with it. So, you know, effectively trying to go along with the existing lore, but also make up a little bit of my own, which I haven't really done before, like, you know, not seriously anyway. So I've been really enjoying that, and yeah, there's just so much more to come. But first, I had it on my mind. I was like, you know what, I've got so many unfinished videos that I don't want to lose them and forget what I ever did. So I thought, you know what, I'll just create them, I'll finish them, because they just should have been finished a long time ago. And you know, this is where this series has come from. So this is actually something I planned to do last year, hence why I've got all CC in this game, and you know, it's different to what I've got now. So you know, I just thought it should exist on some level, even if really no one likes them or no one really watches them. It's just the fact that I, you know, put effort into making this at one point, and yeah, I don't know, it's like sometimes you wonder what will happen if things will never see the light of day, and you know, maybe it would have been better if it had. So I just wanted to put this out there and yeah, see what you guys think. And you know, like I say, there's more of these to come. If you really like this series, like, yeah, definitely let me know what you think. You know, comment on any of the rooms, any of the things I do, because I probably, you know, don't necessarily do everything that you would do, but I still love to learn like what other people's styles are and what, you know, in people's eyes would make a good looking room, and what features I should put in. So I love to hear it. Like it's always great to have that sort of those sort of comments, really. So yeah, we're just moving on to the bedroom now, and you know, this is the last room of the house, or apartment. Is a house an apartment a house? No, I don't know. Probably not the same thing. But yeah, this is the bedroom, and it is only a 1-bedroom apartment, but it's quite a big bedroom, to be fair. Like, I think if you wanted to play in this world and choose this apartment, you could probably like split it a little bit and make like a small kids bedroom or nursery or something. So you know, I do keep it as just the 1 bedroom. In fact, I don't think I change any of the walls in this at all. It's just how it is, just redecorating and stuff. And yeah, the stuff I put on the bed is another thing I miss about CC, like all the pillows and stuff, because we never got pillows with the normal game, and I really do think they make a bed look so much better. Even though like Sims will just put their head straight through it, because it's like, obviously doesn't fit in with the coding, they won't literally lie their head on it. Just looks wise, that just looks so much better to me. And I also was really happy with the decision to put all the comfy pillows on and stuff, because when I was creating this style, one of the things I noticed really was that the colour scheme was just really calming, like kind of zen, you know. It just is so soft that it just, you know, makes you feel at ease. And I think that was kind of part of the whole healthy living, you know, sort of aesthetic, because I think, you know, if you saw this room, you're just gonna feel like it's cozy, and I just like that. It's interesting though in a way, because like when I do some of the really cluttered rooms and smaller rooms, I also, you know, find that there's so many ways to make that cozy as well. But even, you know, this style where there's, you know, a lot of open space and things are placed a lot more neatly, yeah, I just think it's because of the like consistent colours, it just all goes so nicely, and just, yeah, just gives you a really good feeling. So yeah, I'm like I say, it's not my typical style at all. Like, you know, I don't know if you know, but I like kind of like kawaii cute things, and, you know, a lot of pink and things like that. So this isn't like my actual home style or anything, but don't get me wrong, I mean, like if I move house, I probably will sort of copy this style, because like I said, like half of the TV shows and stuff, they're using this colour scheme, because it's great for when people are looking around house first time and you can kind of like see its potential in a way. I know that sounds a bit weird, but I think it's just like, because there's no clashy colours or anything particularly drawing the eye, I think you can just sort of visualize the space as a whole. So yeah, I think that's why it works really nicely. But I do really kind of like how this all came together, and yeah, like I say, I think a lot of the CC helped, because there's just a lot of nice things, like the wardrobes and stuff that you can download are, let's face it, a lot nicer than like the ones that came with Supernatural. Although I do like that style, and it's kind of, you know, antique-y and stuff. It's not like, you know, I think this style's a lot more modern, and I do think downloading CC will just bring a game that came out in 2009, you know, into this era. So yeah, it's always good to do. So yeah, I will leave you with the sort of ish first person view look at the apartment now after it's finished. I hope you enjoyed this first sort of episode, I guess. Please leave me a comment to let me know what you think, like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you want to be a penguin as well. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!